Morning guys, welcome to Blyth Beach. Doing the park run again today. As you can see, it's a bit grey, a bit nasty, but honestly perfect running conditions. Nice and cool, no breeze, no wind, a little bit of a breeze, I'm lying. But yeah, not too bad. A little bit of drizzle as well, but obviously I've got my cap, so we'll be alright. And once we warm up, it'll be absolutely fine. I'm coming off the back of my Grand Prix race that I did on Tuesday, where I ran a 23:22, which is a post-surgery 5k PB for me. So I'm hoping to go better than that again, and we're going to try and get like a sub 23 really, or very close to 23 as we can. I'm going to go off a 440 pace, which is obviously over 23, but then see how we get on, and then the last 2k try and drop it under. I think, yeah, 440 pace will get us a 23:20. Is that right? 23:20? Yeah, maths. Quick maths aren't my speciality anymore. Not that they were anyway, but yeah. So we're going to try and go out at that pace, and then we'll just drop it on the last couple of k, or see how we feel and completely fuck it up. Yeah, feeling good. Just need a warm up. We should be good. Jesus Christ, a little bit of a delay on it. I'd seen better countdowns. Oh well then. Right, so as I said, I've had a really good week this week. On Tuesday at the Grand Prix I ran a 23:22, which is the fastest I've run of over 5k since pre-surgery. Just a little bit of background about my running in the past. My PB for park run is a 20:26 at Blyth, at this park run, and that was set in 2022. That was early in 2022. I always seem to run really well at the beginning of the year, coming off the back of a cross-country season, because obviously cross-country is really great strength training. It's a run every month, so it's consistency. And yeah, I've always run my best. I've actually ran under 20 minutes. I ran a 19:47 at the Terry O'Gara 5k, but that was measured at 4.93 kilometers, so it was like, what, 70 meters short to do 13 seconds. So technically that's the fastest I've ever gone over just under 5k, but yeah, my actual PB will be 20:26 at Blyth, and that's always at the beginning of the year. So yeah, in 2023, just after that, actually we found out that my wife was pregnant. So in the last 2 years I've had two massive life-changing events occur to me, which has obviously affected my running. Off into 2023, I was still running pretty well. I still managed to keep my training up while my wife was pregnant, even though we went through a load of drama with a lot of false positives through some tests we were getting, even to the point where we had to go into the hospital, and my wife had to have a needle shoved into her belly and to take fluid out of the amniotic sac that the baby was in to test him, because we got some pretty bad results early on, so that was really stressful. But I still managed to maintain fitness until Noah was born in November. So that was a pretty massive event. November 2023, so 2 years ago, like now, really. I managed to maintain fitness through 2023. I obviously didn't run straight after Noah being born to try and support my wife. And then at around 6 months, when I could put him in a pushchair, I used to take him to park run with us. And I was still running 22 to 23 minutes with a pushchair, so that wasn't too bad. I was managing to finish first pushchair in the run pretty much every week. So that was pretty good. That was into like the mid 24s, 2024. So like June, July, I guess, when he was 6 months old. After that, I was going to training and I was feeling very fatigued. Like I was just tired. I was knackered all the time. And I mean, I'm always whinging at running and training anyway. But we always put it down to just, like, you know, I was trying to help my wife out all the time, doing night feeds, waking up several times a night, trying to do my, you know, take my part of the parental jobs to help my wife out and let her get some relaxing and that relaxation. So I'd be waking up several times during the night to help Noah out, feed him, burp him, sitting there, you know, just doing general jobs. And I was always knackered, so whenever I was running, I wasn't running very well. I always like to take these downhills really wide, because obviously, I'm sorry, just totally split off into the running there. That's Freddie from Freddie Runs. Met him before the run, and he said he was marshalling the day to stop him from running the day because he's just done what, 500k or something, 600k possibly, 400 mile for the 22 for 22 that he's done. That's in one of my previous videos. He's raising money for Mind, so he put in marshalling the day to make sure that he didn't run. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, so I'd had a pretty bad run-in 2024, and always put it down to being fatigued from waking up and doing night feeds, as you do, like a lot of stress with a little baby and trying to deal with all that. And then obviously in the November, 4 days from now is actually the 1 year anniversary of my first seizure, when all the cancer stuff started to come to light. So yeah, on Tuesday, it's Saturday now obviously, and on Tuesday will be the 11th. And that was when I had my seizure. That's Stu as well in front of me there with the yellow Adidas shoes. He was going for a PB today as well. His PB is actually 23:23, whereas my PB from Tuesday is a 23:22. That's the fastest I've run since surgery, which was what, a year ago in December. So yeah, I've just been trying to take it easy, build it up slowly, and obviously we're getting there. Like I've just said, the Grand Prix I did on Tuesday is the fastest I've run over 5k since surgery. So, but I think I'm trying to do it sensibly. I'm just trying to build on it every now and again, every time I get the opportunity to try and push. Obviously I'm doing cross country and stuff, which is keeping me going, and I think that's helping a lot. I'm trying to get a training, but obviously, that, as you'll know if you watch the channel, I'm still banned from driving. So I'm trying to get a training, but it's just as and when I can. Not training as often as I used to. I used to be one of those guys that turns to training every single session. You know, sun, rain, snow, doesn't really matter. If it's on, I'm there. And it's very rarely it gets cancelled. So yeah. So today, as I said, I was just trying to build. When we went through, we just went through the finish line just before there. I ran the first kilometre in 4:38. So slightly quicker than I wanted to go, but you know, that was through the crowds at the start. I mean, by 2 seconds. It's now really. I wanted to go 4:40 because I knew I could run that pace, because that's what I ran on Tuesday. So that's roughly about the pace I'd ran then. And it was just a case of trying to do the same, pick it up over the last few K, and then get a new PB. And that's the strategy I chose a good few years ago when I was trying for 5k PBs pretty much every week. I would use the pace that I'd ran the week before, try and maintain that pace over 3 or 4k, and then pick it up on the last one and try and drop the hammer and go a bit mental. And I'm just trying that now again. It worked for us in the past, and it's just steady progression. So trying it again. Yeah, first kilometre was a 4:38, decent. I was feeling like I didn't want to go out too hard because I didn't know what my legs would do, because I'm not running as often as I want to, like I've just said. I'm just trying to maintain a bit of strength and just keep pushing. Obviously I got caught up in some crowds there, but so yeah, trying to maintain the pace and keep it going. Now we'll fast forward a little bit here until we get to the next K. So that's the 2 kilometre marker, and I went through that in 4:32 for the kilometre. So slightly under what I wanted to do, but I was fine with that. Like 4:40 was just a marker of that's what I did on Tuesday. Let's see if we can improve. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. I didn't want to go too fast. I still wasn't running like full out. Obviously, I've only gone through 2k. I've got another 3k to go. So it's just a case of maintain pace, keep my breathing steady, and just try and get through it. I did kind of stop saying thank you to the marshals though, if I remember rightly, because I knew I was wasting energy talking to them, and I just wanted to try and get through it. So spoilers, I ran a 22:31 today, which is 50 seconds faster than I ran on Tuesday at the Grand Prix. Obviously I didn't intend on running 50 seconds quicker, but I was just plugging along. I was killing this, like I was absolutely dying. It wasn't easy at all, and you can probably hear that from my breathing, which is really annoying. But yeah, just trying to keep going. I ran a 4:27 in the third kilometre. Fourth kilometre was a 4:34, so I'd obviously dropped the pace a little bit unintentionally, and then picked it up a little bit over this last one, a 4:20 kilometre in the last K. But yeah, another PB, and I've just got to keep working hard and keep going. I'm actually really surprised at the progress I'm making, and it's making us feel really happy that I can put that on video and put it up on YouTube, and hopefully it helps people in the future to realise that, you know, it's not over. You can still run, you can still get your PBs, well, post-surgery PBs if you look at it that way. And I think you've got to look at it that way. You know, you're not the same body. Well, I'm not, certainly. And I didn't even sprint finish it. You can see here, like I'm still kind of maintaining the pace I was managing before that hill. If it was a club race, however, and someone was coming after us, like club races are super competitive, and I would have put my foot down and went for it. I would have tried to keep people behind us. But as it's park run, I wasn't really that bothered. And as I say, I was 50 seconds under my target today. It was just try and beat Tuesday. So more than happy with that. And yeah, like I said, really happy and proud to be making this kind of progress, and hopefully it's giving other people some motivation and just proving that you can keep going. So yeah, I actually saw my neurosurgeon at the end as well, and he seemed really happy and actually quite shocked at the progress. Like I told him I'd run a 20:31 the day, and it's 11 months anniversary coming up next month, so not even a year in. Yeah, he was really happy and seemed proud as well. So thanks very much for watching. You know, like and subscribe, all those things, get the eyes out there to more people that need help. And yeah, thanks very much guys, see you in the next one.